Thanks for staying with us. Well, just made me shy. Let's start with the paper review. The Nation, FEC adopts CNG-powered vehicles for ministers and agencies. Yes. Labour seeks reversal of electricity tariff increase. Fubara to raise pro-panel on weakest government. Wow. Restructuring of NYSC for future challenges starts. Finidi Mount Saddle vows rejig of Super Eagles. INEC plans new voter registration in Edo and Ondo. Atiku Obi Saraki Lamido begin 2027 coalition talks. Productivity-based wage coming for workers. Okay, which story are we starting?
I can start with the NYSC. So the National Youth Service Corps, NYSC, set to be restructured to meet the demands of the future, according to the Youth Development Minister, Jamila Bayo Ibrahim, and said they have a team to undertake the review, restructuring, and reforms of the NYSC, and the team will be inaugurated soon. So he announced this yesterday in Abuja, the opening ceremony of the maiden meeting of NYSC management with head of core producing institutions in Nigeria. And he also announced that 5,000 core members will have their entrepreneurial ventures funded with about 10 million naira. He says, permit me to inform us very briefly on what is to come regarding the NYSC reforms. I'm pleased to announce that I will inaugurate a team to undertake the review, restructuring, and reforms of the NYSC. The first of these reforms will be centered on reviewing participants with an entrepreneurship mindset and making skills development a core of the program. It says they've always had skills development as part of the NYSC program. However, they are going to make it more so that you know that when you're coming into NYSC, it's also an avenue to generate funds for yourself and your business. So they're going to be highlighting that as well. And he was happy. Also, the Federal Capital Territory Minister, Nyesom Wike, was also happy about the decision that the NYSC stakeholders are going to be bringing to the fore so that they can improve NYSC. They're going to be having meetings to discuss on ways that they're going to also improve NYSC. So when you're coming into that program, you understand that you're not just there to just main goal and maybe do a job. You're also there to improve yourself, especially if you're entrepreneurial.
Okay, so I have a new wage system based on employee productivity in the civil service is underway, says the federal government. So we have the DG of the National Productivity Center, Dr. Nasser Raji Mustafa. He announced this at a meeting with labor correspondents. He said that the federal government is in the process of developing a productivity-led wage system that will ensure that those who are productive are rewarded for their efforts, irrespective of their grade level. So what that means is that you may be on the same level, but you can earn different salaries because of the amount of work that you put in. And so he says that this has been proposed, and this has been in the works 4 to 5 years in the works. And he was asked if this plan had involved other stakeholders. He was like, oh, definitely. They said NLC was approached, the TUC, that's Trade Union Congress as well, were approached concerning it, and they all supported this idea. They welcomed it. And they said they've gone far, to just keep talking about it. In fact, they also stopped at NYC as one of the things that they speak about to preach the promotion of productivity at NYC camp. So I think, for me, I think it's a good idea to have that sort of wage system.
Major headlines. So FEC yesterday said all new vehicles, generators, all tricycles being procured by the government and its agencies must be powered by the compressed natural gas, which is the CNG, solar, electric. They made the decision yesterday at their meeting. It was one of the major decisions reached by the council before it adjourned its meeting until today. It says that, according to the source, the decision will take immediate effect with requests by the Nigeria Customs Service and Nigerian Shippers Council, an agency on the marine economy. The agency sought approval to buy hundreds of operational vehicles, and the council, according to another source, approved the request, but said they must be CNG powered. As you recall, this is supposed to be the alternative source for energy for vehicles, so we can save costs on petrol. And so the federal government is taking the bull by the horn, starting with their own vehicles, cars, and generators to ensure that it's CNG powered instead of petrol.
So I will take the Fubara story. Fubara has said that he's going to probe the previous administration of which he was accountant general. He said he has now taken the fight to another, according to the nation, he has taken the fight to another level.
Okay.
So he says, he said this while they were inaugurating the new Attorney General. The two-man panel, three-man, approved him as the new accountant, Attorney General. He says, why are we bringing you at this very critical time? We have a lot of issues around us. We believe that you are not going to be the one that they send to service, they send service to you and you will file null prosecute. He says that's a formal notice of discontinuance. You will go and file the one that will kill us here.
All right.
He said, please defend us. We know you are going to defend us because of your record, because your record is clean and you are a gentleman and peaceful. I mean, he said a lot. I wish I could read everything to you. He says, he's happy that this is the beginning of a new era.
All right, let's move on.
Wait, a tiny disagreement that they thought they were family, that they could, but he has now seen that there is no way to resolve it.
Wow.
There's no way, and they say it's a mistake. If this is how they make mistakes, they should continue to make mistakes.
Hey.
Punch. Electricity tariff hike. FG convenes meetings as Labour threatens indefinite protests. FG may need supplementary budget to pay minimum wages, IMF. CBN may intervene as Naira slides to 1,400 Naira, over 1,400 Naira. EFCC indicts Sirika, brother in new 19 billion Naira fraud. Delta mother, 16-year-old son found dead, two unconscious. Amotekun arrests 45 suspected criminals in Ondo. FG plans performance-based salary scheme for workers. And let's take one story for the break.
Okay, I think mine is quite short. So EFCC has charged the former Minister of Aviation, Hadi Sirika, and his brother, Ahmed Sirika. And this is a fresh charge. As we recall, he had faced EFCC with his daughter and son-in-law, and they had been, allowed to go on bail, 100 million Naira bail, and have been asked not to leave the country. And now this is the second charge. This is he and his brother, Ahmed Sirika, and the brother owns Enginos Nigeria Limited. And the story is that he used this influence, of course, to make sure that these contracts go to him. And especially a particular contract that was highlighted here is he was awarded the contract for construction of terminal building at Katsina Airport for the sum of over 1.3 billion. So,
all right, let's go on a very short break. When we come back, we continue with our review. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.